So our next meeting, we have another newcomer here to the second floor stage. It's his first time, so please give a huge, huge round of applause to Patrick Hurd.
Thank you. Like Sean said, my name's Patrick Hurd, and I'm going to be frank with you guys. I find my name to be a little bit crappy, and so would you if your last name rhymed with turd. I'd like to thank my second grade class for reminding me of that. But in hindsight, it's probably not the worst last name. I mean, it's not like it's Fogel or Cosby. So me, in my one class, I skip a lot. Me and my friend skip a lot. And whenever he skips and I show up to class, I sort of feel jealous that he didn't tell me and he doesn't want to spend time with me. So to get back at him, I text him, hey, the teacher's handing out candy. But in reality, she's not. And so last Wednesday, it was my birthday. I didn't feel like being in class. It was a 10-10 class. So we're about 10 minutes in, and I'm like, nope, and I get up and I just leave. And I go to the hub, I buy some candy, talk to some people, then I go back to my class, and I start taking pictures of the candy and sending it to them, because it makes me feel better about myself. Then on this Monday, I wasn't paying attention to the teacher. I was just playing on my DS right before class began. And what I heard her say verbatim, I believe, is something, 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 I bought too much Halloween candy. And I looked up, and as I was looking up, she was putting bags of candy on this desk. Not pieces of candy, bags of candy. And I was hearing like, I thought I was in church because I was hearing like people saying, amen, amen, and I was just like, yes. So I rose from my chair and I glided to the desks, and I got there and I stopped because I realized that I was the only one there, and I looked around at the class and I was like, oh, come on, guys. Oh. And the teacher saw me stop and she was like, go ahead, Patrick. Also, at this point, I want to point out that I skip her class a lot, and I'm the only person that she knows in that class. So, I looked around again, still nobody had got up, and I was like, you guys are really gonna make me look like a dick? So I was like, fine, and I took all the candy and I ran. So the other day, I was just walking down College, walking back to my apartment, and a guy grabbed my ass. That's it. I'm just informing you guys that somebody's still interested. Also, another time I was walking home, I was walking down the library mall, and I just passed Willard, and I saw these two squirrels acting weird, and here, they were squaring up, and I was like, oh shit, I went to public school, I know what's about to happen. So I bolted over to them, and they started fighting. And there was like all tooth and nail, and if I was an accomplished writer, I would give you way more detail about what was going on. But, so they're just fighting, and like 2 minutes into them fighting, I was just like, you know, this fight might end, and there might not be a winner. I can't have that. So to spicing it up, I threw in a lead pipe. You know, like you do with hobo fighting. And it gets better. And that's when my day went from good to great. This one squirrel, he took to the pipe like fish to water. He was beating the crap out of this other squirrel. It was hysterical. I got my money's worth, but not the pipe back. I was sort of disappointed in that part. And well, since I mentioned hobo fighting, you guys ever seen hobo fighting? Well, it's a beautiful art form because really it shows what people are willing to do to survive, and it's way better than pay-per-view fights because these can happen in your hometown, and they don't cost as much as pay-per-view. They cost about the same as a block of cheese. Yeah, and Well, to finish up, the other day I was sitting out in front of the hub with my friend, and we're just talking. It's a nice day, and out of nowhere, he stops in the middle of a sentence, and he's just like, "You know what I hate?" And I was just like, "Misogynists?" He's like, "What? No. What I hate is that when people wear NASA shirts, but they never worked for NASA." And I was like, "I get you, man. I get you. I hate when people wear Batman shirts and they're not Batman." Thank you.